Knicks-Hawks, Game 5 at the Garden. Series tied 2 games apiece, so now it's a best-of-3. The third-seed New York Knicks won Game 4 on Saturday, led by a triple-double from Karl Anthony Towns. Including the Knicks, 3 of the top 4 seeds in the East are either tied or trailing after 4 games. We love the drama. We love welcoming in NBA insider Shams Charania onto the program this morning. Shams, great to see you. How could the outcome of the Knicks-Hawks series affect New York in the long run?
Well, Gary, they are 2-2 in this series, back in the driver's seat after going down briefly 2-1. But there was no question, the expectation, the gauntlet had been laid early in the season when Knicks owner James Dolan was very adamant that this team had championship expectations. He expected a run to the NBA Finals and nothing short of that. And so that set a clear line in the sand for Mike Brown and the Knicks on what they were supposed to and expected to accomplish. And so they built this team around Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns. They've got rotation players there. But remember, last August, they did pursue Giannis Antetokounmpo. And so if you don't accomplish those goals of making it to the finals, how do the Knicks evaluate the roster, other aspects of this organization? I think everything gets into question. But of course, right now they are in the driver's seat in this series, and then you look into the future at a potential matchup, a heavyweight matchup potentially against the Boston Celtics.
Come on, Game 5. 8 p.m. tonight in New York. You got to get past the first round first, and the Hawks remain in their way. Injuries have unfortunately been a huge talking point in these playoffs. Shams, take us through some key injury updates, and let's start with what happened last night in Orlando with Franz Wagner.
Yeah, Monday night, Franz Wagner suffered a right calf injury. I'm told he's going to have an MRI later today. Early afternoon is when the Magic are expecting to figure out the severity of this and read that MRI. He missed the entire fourth quarter. And remember, he has missed he only played in 34 games this season due to a high ankle sprain. And then in the Lakers-Houston Rockets series, Kevin Durant has missed the last couple of games with injuries. I'm told he's expected to miss Game 5. He's got a bone bruise in his sprained left ankle that's led to stiffness, swelling, a lack of mobility. This is a 2 to 3 week injury in the regular season. If he sits out Game 5, he's going to have missed 4 of 5 games this series. And then on the Lakers side, Austin Reaves. He had a grade 2 oblique strain, suffered in early April. I'm told there is optimism he's going to be able to make it back into the lineup for Game 5. Barring any setbacks, he's going to be a game-time decision. He's hopeful to play in Wednesday's game, and so that's about 4 weeks from the point of injury. Luka Doncic, though, is expected to miss the entire series, and there is hope as he progresses in his on-court workouts. He just started that.
Rocket
playoffs. Orlando had a...
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. The NBA playoffs are in full swing, and the injury report is starting to take over the headlines. We have major updates on Kevin Durant, Austin Reaves, and Franz Wagner. And Shams Charania joined Get Up this morning to break it all down. First, let's talk about the New York Knicks and Atlanta Hawks series. Shams said the Knicks are back in the driver's seat after going down 2-1. But he reminded everyone that Knicks owner James Dolan set a clear expectation before the season. He said, the expectation was a run to the NBA Finals and nothing short of that. The Knicks built this team around Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Karl Anthony Towns. And if they do not make the finals, Shams said, I think everything gets into question. He also reminded viewers that the Knicks pursued Giannis Antetokounmpo last August. So, the pressure is on. But the biggest news from Shams was the injury updates. Let me show you exactly what he said. Roll the clip. Did you catch that? Let me break down the 3 biggest injury updates. First, Franz Wagner. Shams said, Monday night Franz Wagner suffered a right calf injury. I'm told he's going to have an MRI later today. Wagner missed the entire fourth quarter. And remember, he only played in 34 games this season due to a high ankle sprain. This is a huge blow for the Orlando Magic, who are leading the series 3-1 against the top-seeded Detroit Pistons. If Wagner misses signify. Can time, the Magic's chances of closing out the series take a major hit. Second, Kevin Durant. Shams said, he's expected to miss Game 5. He's got a bone bruise in his sprained left ankle that's led to stiffness, swelling, a lack of mobility. This is a 2 to 3 week injury in the regular season. If Durant sits out Game 5, he will have missed 4 or 5 games this series. The Rockets have been playing without him, and somehow they have looked better. But against a desperate Lakers team, can they close it out without their superstar? Third, Austin Reaves. Shams said he had a grade 2 oblique strain suffered in early April. I'm told there is optimism he's going to be able to make it back into the lineup for Game 5 barring any setbacks. He's going to be a game-time decision. He's hopeful to play. That is huge for the Lakers. They are down 3-2 in the series against the Rockets. They have lost 2 straight after winning the first 3. Getting Austin Reaves back would give them a secondary playmaker and scorer next to LeBron James. But the question is, how effective will he be after 4 weeks off? Shams also updated Luka Doncic's status. He said, Luka Doncic is expected to miss the entire series. That was already known, but it is still a massive loss for the Lakers. Now, let's talk about the other series. The Orlando Magic, the 8th seed, are up 3-1 on the top-seeded Detroit Pistons. Shams pointed out that this is the 6th time since seeding began in 1984 Had an 8 seed has a 3-1 lead on a 1 seed. In 4 of the previous 5 instances, the 8 seed won the series. The only 1 seed to ever erase this deficit and win was Detroit in 2003 against Orlando. So, history is not on the Pistons' side. Monica McNutt, who joined the show, broke down why the Pistons are struggling. She said, they are limited in terms of their creators outside of Cade Cunningham. And Cade Cunningham quite frankly has struggled in this series. The Magic have the physical build that Detroit cannot match. Wendell Carter has won the battle of the paint against Jalen Durant. And Desmond Bane and Franz Wagner have been unguardable. But with Franz Wagner now injured, the dynamics of that series could shift. If Wagner is out for an extended period, the Pistons might have a chance to crawl back. But Monica McNutt is not buying it. She said, the Magic have some more shot creators than Detroit does. Even without Wagner, they have Paolo Banchero, Desmond Bane, and a defense that is clicking at the right time. I want to know what you think. Can the Lakers force a Game 7 with Austin Reaves back? And can the Pistons come back from 3-1 without Franz Wagner on the other side? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And subscribe if you want to stay locked in. We are building something real here. See you next time. Peace.